The principal or the owner of this company is Osamu Nishikawa. He was able to invent an equipment that mixes waste cooking oil with diesel to fuel generators or diesel engine equipment. Example, you're a local government that has a lot of problem with waste, specifically for cooking oil. We can assist you. From 2019, we were able to teach grade schoolers and housewives to make candles and soap using waste cooking oil.
Afternoon to the viewers of ProsTalk. For those who are just tuning in, ProsTalk po is the social corporate responsibility of building. We create videos like this to educate the Philippine public, and this is for free. We invite professionals that can join us so that we can accommodate questions, answers, and again, from professionals. So Buildy po, for those who are just tuning in, is the site for everyone who builds. So it's your one-stop shop for any building requirements that you may need. And ProsTalk po is, again, a free webinar or web session with professionals. Today po, we have a very special guest, Mr. Jett Severa of Renergy Systems. And so good afternoon po, Mr. Severa.
Hi, good afternoon, Ms. Nat.
Yeah, hi. Hello. Jett, I think it's very good to have you. But before we get into the details of your company, can you just quickly introduce yourself to us, sir?
Oh, hi again. I'm Jett Severa. I'm the General Manager of Renergy Systems Inc. And we are operating here in the Philippines. Our company is owned by a Japanese organization in Japan, of course. And this is a spin-off company where we sell equipment to recycle waste cooking oil for energy.
All right. So, sir, I think those with all the talks on climate change and all the discussions around renewables, can you share with us, how did the company start? Because I think that is a must-have nowadays for most countries, right? So how did your company start, sir?
I joined 2018 with Renergy System here in the Philippines, but the company started since 2011. The principal or the owner of this company is Mr. Osamu Nishikawa, and they're based in Japan. He was able to invent an equipment that mixes waste cooking oil with diesel to fuel generators or diesel engine equipment. So this was patented initially in Japan, and we were able to get patents from US, Singapore, and Philippines. And right now we also got Malaysia. Well, the equipment, it basically mixes waste cooking oil from restaurants like fast food and hotels, and it blends with diesel, and then it fuels generator, so we can save importing or cost of diesel consumption for generators. So it started that way in the Philippines. Actually, this is very new. We also have the patent here in the Philippines, and because of that, this is a novel product. We were able to accomplish a lot of things even in the short span of time. But of course, legislation is one hurdle for us. But basically, that's the product. Raw waste cooking oil, we recycle it, and then we fuel generators.
All right. I think that's a very novel idea. So, sir, when you talk about hurdles, are these products available now in the Philippines? And will there be an issue if people buy those products?
It's available now in the country. And one of the issues that we encountered before are the registration with the government like DENR and DOST. But because of we were able to know the roadmap, and then they call it in the Philippines yung mga pasikot-sikot in terms of registration. We were able to get ETV or Environmental Technology Verification from DOST, and we were able to know also the required permittings from DNR. Yes, you can purchase the equipment This is manufactured in Japan, and some of the components are assembled here in the Philippines. And we have our local engineers and technicians to provide the installations. The only thing that we were able to learn was that waste cooking oil or used cooking oil pala in the Philippines is considered as hazardous waste. So you just cannot use it outright without proper permits from DNR. If you're the end user, you have to have permits like treatment facility if you will treat it by yourself, or if you need to purchase from other vendors who supplies waste cooking oil, they need to have proper documentation from transportation to treatment.
Okay. And what are these products that you have? If you could just list them out, and what are they for?
Yeah.
How does it add value to the audience?
Well, our products is divided into two. One is the equipment sales, and another one is the installation. Another one is the services that we can provide. If you're interested, example, you're a local government, or you're a barangay or a local municipality that has a lot of problem with waste, specifically for cooking oil, because this one is considered as hazardous waste by DNR. We can assist you in terms of study, in terms of what to do, in terms of implementation, and at the end, you can use this equipment to lower down your fuel cost. One good example is the project that we have in Boracay right now. We were able to establish a charging station for e-tricycles. And during brownouts and low voltage in the island, we are using the generator, but of course with less fuel consumption, with a minimum amount of 50% cooking oil and 50% diesel. Our generator is running without any problem.
Oh, that's really amazing, no? So it actually reduce. So how much does it reduce cost by, sir?
If example, the cost of diesel right now in the island is between 80 to 85 pesos, as I understand. So if you reduce your diesel consumption by half, you just need to purchase 40 pesos of diesel, and then the rest will be waste cooking oil.
So the used cooking oil, how do they need to buy it, or because they have the equipment, they just process it? But how do they get themselves access to the cooking oil that they can recycle?
Yeah, that's a very good question, actually, Natalie. One, if you're a resort or a restaurant, and then you produce a lot of used or waste cooking oil from your buffet kitchen or your restaurant, you can filter it by yourself, of course, with the proper guidance and guidelines of DNR. And then you can use it as a substitute for your diesel use. So example, you're using 1,000 liters of diesel every month. Imagine you can reduce it by your waste cooking oil to minimum of half. So just 500 liters, and multiply it to 80 pesos per liter. That's a big savings already.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, right? So it's really the use case for this really would be in the area of hotels, to your point, restaurants, because they consume a lot of those, and instead of it going to waste, and they have to also spend to dispose of it properly. Correct. So this is a very great alternative for them, because then they not only save, they're also helping the environment. So I think it's fantastic product. And for those who are watching us in ProsTalk, if you need to know more about Renergy System, please look us up at buildy.com. We have a guest, part of our Buildy team, Jett. His name is Philip. Hi, Philip.
Hi, Philip.
All right. I think Philip has a couple questions, because this is a very interesting product that I think could benefit the country overall. So, Philip, you have questions?
Hi, good afternoon, Ms. Nat and Sir Jett. I would like to ask a few questions. So, my questions, I would like to ask, since the mission of Renergy is to provide environmentally friendly products. Do you have other extracurricular activities which also help the environment?
Yeah, part of what we do with Renergy or in Renergy is to partner with barangays or the grassroots levels. One example in Boracay, we were able to establish trainings already in partnership with the barangays. If you go to Boracay, there in the island, there are three barangays, and from 2019, we were able to teach grade schoolers and housewives to make candles and soap using waste cooking oil and available materials from their kitchens. So we can make a detergent bar soap derived from waste cooking oil as well as candles. And if they are creative enough, they can sell it for a profit, so they can help their for additional income. Also, in Boracay, there is a newly established university. It's called Malay College. We partner with them, with their management, as well as their teachers and professors. We were able to also teach them how to make, or it's like a trainer's training for soap and candle making. So they can also cascade it to their constituents around the college or around the LGU of Malay. So that's one. Also, we are very active in terms of environmental awareness, and we also do tree planting. Just last, I think in February, we partner with a lot of volunteer organizations in Boracay, and we planted around 250 trees as part of our CSR.
All right, that's a great extracurricular activity. So for my next
Mhm.
question, what inspired you to help Boracay in pollution control?
Yeah, actually in 2016 there we in partnership with JICA. There is we had a study. It we check how much the island is producing in terms of waste cooking oil. Based from the study, there's around 30,000 liters of waste cooking oil that is produced every month during that span of study in 2016. And with that, we saw the opportunity that there's a lot of waste cooking oil that can be recycled and can be an alternative fuel for energy. So from that study, it spawned to sponsorship or grant by JICA to the local government of Malay that covers Boracay to provide an additional charging station for e-trikes, and then additional equipment for the barangay, and another partner in with the private sector to maximize the use of our equipment to lower down the consumption of diesel fuel.
Okay, so follow-up question, Sir Jet. No?
Mhm.
Um, was it a full success, and how long did it take?
Right now, uh, I think it is successful because we're using the equipment in our charging station. Uh, as you may know, Boracay is already 100% e-trike or e-tricycle deployment. They already banned the use of uh, motorized tricycle for transportation. So because there's a problem in energy supply in Boracay. So from time to time, the low voltage supply needs a what do you call this? Good amount of energy that is not fluctuating. So we can provide that even in times of brownout or blackout and even typhoons. So with that, we can still help the transportation sector in Boracay by providing energy in terms of cleaner fuel sourcing.
Okay. So, sir, for my last question, so
Mhm.
do you have any future environmental projects, and can you share it with us?
Okay, right now we have an ongoing partnership with PUP Manila, and we were able to establish laboratory for waste cooking oil. Well, in the future, if the show can go there, we can showcase the area. I can invite you to check on our site. That is an ongoing project with PUP in partnership with specifically the Center for Environmental Studies of PUP, headed by Professor Jim Fernando. This activity eventually will help the students in terms of making sure that they are knowledgeable by recycling waste cooking oil. And as we move on with the project, eventually partner with different engineering departments to maximize the technology, and maybe in the future can be used as a jump off point for other waste cooking oil use. Or
Okay,
maybe
thank you.
I'm sorry, Philip, maybe I can also add our current partnership with Quezon City LGU. Quezon City LGU is partner with us and PUP for us to teach also soap and candle making to the lower or the people in the barangays that needs additional income.
Okay, thank you, Sir Jett, and we're looking forward to visit one of your projects.
Sure,
Right,
you're
thank
very
you.
much welcome anytime.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Jett. So, Jett, before we wrap this up, I think you have a very, very interesting product that is relevant and timely, and I think it needs to go, get more awareness from more establishments. Because I think it will not only help the environment, right? There's real savings in terms of financial gains, to invest in Renergy Systems. So before we wrap this up, can you just invite or share with the audience, how can they know more about your product? How do they get in touch with you?
Yes, first you can visit our website. It's renergysystem.com. And you can also visit our Facebook page, which is WCO2 Energy or Waste Cooking Oil to Energy. And you can also add me. My Facebook is also like my name. It's Jett Severa, one word. And you can reach me from there. You can also email me. My email address is jettsevera@gmail.com. So very easy to remember.
All right. Again, for those who watch ProsTalk, thank you so much for your time today and for tuning in. Again, if you need to know more about this fabulous product that will help the environment and help you reduce costs, please reach out to Jett on Facebook. And again, if there's anything else that you need, just visit www.buildy.com. With that, thank you again and see you again next time.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Buildy.